Hello everyone and welcome back to Pell's Performance. Thank you all for staying. In the last season you see us reviving the Nissan 350Z. I had a bit of a change of heart with it at the end. Where it was such an original car, it was only 2 owners, I didn't want to modify it because modifications are more for personal. Do you know what I mean? You modify a car to your preference, and obviously I needed to flip it because I can't keep all of my projects. So I kept it original. A very young gentleman, 19 years old, come all the way down from Wales, picked it up, absolutely loving it. So that's gone to a great home, and he's going to modify it with GT bits and the raised alloys and stuff. So good on him. I'm glad he's enjoying it. Just be careful because she's very lively. But in selling that, we have now sourced our new project, and it is a 1985 Porsche 944. So this Porsche originally came from Mark at Steiger Cars. He paid about £1,500 for it and spent probably close to £5 grand on it. It's had all the welding done. He's gone for everything, fuel pumps, radiators, absolutely everything you can imagine. So a big shout out to Mark at Steiger Cars for doing most of the hard work. What's left to do on this car is bodywork. The interior is very tatty. There's some niggles with the engine that I want to sort out and some electrical gremlins. So that is our list of work to do to the car. Hopes of what I want the car to be is it's never going to be concourse, you know, it's had welding and that. It's not completely original. It's never going to be mint, but I will make it look really nice, and it's going to be a fast road / track car. Let's get it started. We'll pop the bonnet, show you around there. On the button. So there's the beating heart of the 944. Now this is a series 1, so it's a 2.5 litre inline 4. I believe the power figures, well, from what I've read, they vary between 150 to 165 brake horsepower. But it won't be by the time we're finished with it, let me tell you. But she runs sweet. That's a good engine. Mark showed me that the screen had come, you know, unstuck from the frame, so something that needs addressing. But just have a look at this car. I've taken the carpet out, but that is completely rot-free. You can see down here everything's been under-sealed and treated. I can't see my tyres through the arches, so that's a win. It's absolutely mint, really, for what it is, you know. It's fantastic news. So I'm going to drop this down, I'm going to get the car in the air, and we're going to have a look underneath it together. I'm a little bit nervous, I ain't going to lie. Here we are. It really ain't bad. As you can see, there's a little bit of crust here, but that's all completely solid, and I will just treat and schultz that back over. But it is perfect, really. Same again this side, but again, that's nothing major at all. Exhaust, I found this nice little interesting thing. That needs sorting. Seals have been welded, and then everything has been schultzed. Like, there is absolutely no rot on this car. Look at the floor pans. She's absolutely solid. This, I'm just gonna cut and straight pipe. Track car. Obviously we come to the beating heart, and you can see there is some dampness. So, I mean, that looks like it's leaking from the sump nut, really. So a new copper seal on there. That looks like a front main seal is leaking. I'm probably gonna have to do a timing belt on the vehicle anyway, because I have no history of when that was done. And as you can see, that pipe is leaking, and that meets that bottom pulley absolutely perfectly there, doesn't it? Yeah. So you can see what's made that leak. So that'll need repairing as well. There we go. Nice little tear in the pipe. Absolutely everything is mint. Like, there's no rust at all because it's all been done. Transaxle, so that is the gearbox for you that don't know. It's done for weight distribution. The gearbox is actually on the rear end of the car. I'm gonna take out the tatty seats, nice set of bucket seats, a half roll cage at the back, get the bodywork minted up by Brody's Body Shop on the Isle of Wight. I'll get him to do all the paintwork so it looks clean and nice and crisp and all one colour as opposed to being 50 shades of white. It's gonna be fantastic. It's gonna be an awesome track car. So I'm gonna drop the car halfway back down and take the wheels off, and then we're gonna start playing with this ridiculous braking issue.
Boing, boing, boing.
Most expensive basketball you could ever buy. Another thing I want to say is the weight of these. I've never felt wheel nuts. Like, oh, he dropped it. Look at the bounce on it.
Just proves the point, doesn't it?
Everything's like basketball.
Oh, he's nothing.
Nothing.
Do you reckon it'll float?
It probably would. Right, so I have semi-freed them. So all I've done really is hit them with a rubber mallet, use the lever bar, and push the piston back a little bit to unseize them. But you know, as soon as you put your foot on the brake, they're locked again. So we're gonna have to deal with it. So we'll start taking off retaining springs. These are like a Brembo design, so you know, quick release. Take the pins out, pretty much, then your pads are free. The seals are a little bit shot. The piston doesn't look fantastic. So judging by this one, I reckon we're gonna have to do a full caliper rebuild on all 4 of them. Backs are actually worse than the fronts. And all it took was a little bit of pressure and that piston just fell back. So they're obviously, you know, they're not building the correct pressure and releasing the pressure. Get the rebuild kit purchased and we'll throw it on and we'll have brakes. And again, I mean, just look at, yeah, you can see how
bring that into the light a little bit. I
don't know if you'd say it's like ferrous or porous,
yeah,
or what you want to say, but they're, you know, they're
not healthy.
They're knackered. Yeah, we're gonna have to completely rebuild these. But it looks, wow, that's a hard brake pipe on there. You see, that's hard brake pipe, so it's not rubber hose. That's copper pipe. So I can't.
You gotta be careful.
Yeah, I can't negotiate this too much because it will bend. You know, and then once you kink that pipe, it's finished. I'll have to put new brake pipes on it. That's out of there. Cable tied up, lad. Hello everyone, it's been about a week since you last see us when we disconnected the calipers and then realised that they're going to need a rebuild. The bits have now arrived, so we are going to get the car up in the air. We're going to take the calipers completely off, clean them up, paint them silver, and then we're going to rebuild them with all new pistons and seals, and they'll be like brand new. We've stripped the car. The carpets were absolutely sodden with water, so they needed to go. And as you can see, I have purchased a nice set of Sparco Sprint 5 seats. They are FIA approved seats, and they're in there. They're not bolted down. They're just in there for, you know, mocking up, as you would say. Yeah, they need bolting down. Right guys, so fast forward a little bit. We've got most of them out. As you can see, this is the sort of shit we're dealing with. So they are snapped bleed nipples, the same on this one. So I'm gonna have to drill them out, but we'll do that in a second. Pop. Out it comes, just like that. So that's all of those ready. I've just spoken to Bump Express, aka CNC Coatings, and they're gonna refurbish the calipers for me as well. Not, you know, what I'm gonna do with the rebuilding, but I'm gonna have them powder coated in a nice Brembo gold or something like that. So basically they said, take them apart, strip it all down, bring it to us. Let's get these bleed nipples out, get it all dried off of all the brake fluid, it's disgusting. Get these and the wheels over to CNC Coatings, and then next time you see us, that'll all be refurbed and they'll be getting reinstalled on the car, so all good things. Right, so we've just arrived at CNC Coatings in Lake, Sandown on the Isle of Wight. This is John, John's the owner.
Oh yeah.
John's going to talk us through, Perry, nice to meet you.
Good to meet you.
John is going to talk us through what we're going to have done to the Porsche wheels. Come and show us your core wall again. Let's have a look at that.
No problem.
So this is what you're greeted with when you first walk in. The core wall. The pastels, I suppose you'd call it.
Yeah, they're mostly rail colours, which are more architectural colours.
Okay.
Not necessarily related to wheels, but they'll go on wheels, no problem at all. And then you've got the sensible wall, which is your silvers, your greys and your blacks.
I've already picked what one I like out of this.
Which one do you want?
I reckon this one. We're going to go crimson metallic, which has got a nice fleck to it when you see it in the light. Or iron metallic. Talk us through your process. Now you've seen them, you've seen how rough they are. Obviously I've said I want new tyres as well because they're rotten. So how do you start? Where does this process start?
We'll take the wheels over in the corner over there, take the tyres off, strip all the weights off, take the valves out. Then they'll go in our chemical strip tank to remove all the old coatings, take it back to bare aluminium, so they'll end up looking like those.
Nice.
Those were black, and now they're just bare aluminium.
Back down to the metal.
Yep.
Yeah, look at that.
Feed the wheel up, ready for crack.
A little bit big for my workshop, that one.
Yeah.
Be interesting to see though, wouldn't it?
Definitely. Oh, look at that.
Oh, that's warm, isn't it? Awesome.
First part of the process is to put them in the oven to degas them, to get out all the contaminants that built up over time in the aluminium. Then they come out of there, we'll let them cool down. Degas in the oven, let them cool down, come out like Eric's doing at the moment, and then we apply the colour. Then they go back in the oven again. They'll be cured for about 35 minutes at 180 degrees centigrade metal temperature. Take them out, let them cool down, apply a protective gloss clear coat or satin or matte, whichever you prefer. Cured for about 25-30 minutes at 160, 170 degrees because it's a cooler applied clear coat.
Yeah.
Then they come out, new rubber valve, ready to go back on the car.
Back on the car. Lovely. I'm looking forward to it.
Cool.
Yeah, man, it's going to be wicked. Got to be very delicate not to punch a hole in it with the pick. Probably not the best tool to use for this, but
definitely.
And there you go, like that. In the next stage, make sure she moves freely, etc. Compressor, be gentle with this, otherwise it will shoot out. Right, yeah, I think we are good. So now I should just be able to push that back nicely. There we go. A completely refurbished, refreshed, brand spanking new set of 944 brakes.
I know what's wrong with it. Ain't got no gas in it.
Is that the other side? Are they supposed to be on the bottom?
Oh, I see what you mean.
Which I believe, yes.
Like you mean, is this here meant to be down here?
Yeah. In which case that caliper needs to go on that side and the other caliper goes on this side.
Wouldn't you just be able to take off the entire assembly there?
Yeah, you just take it off and move it over to the other side, yeah. But I believe...
Do you want to give it a go?
That is supposed to go onto the bottom.
Just because of that alone?
Just because of that, yeah, because there's no way that should be folded like that.
Yeah, makes sense.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, should we give it a go?
Yeah. So yeah, that's how it's supposed to go. Lovely job. They're a little bit unnecessarily long, these bolts, I'm not going to lie.
Oh yeah, I noticed.
Right, that's it. That's that side done, mate. That's it. 3 more to go. So, due to the powers of YouTube, 1 click and it's all done. It's quite a simple process. It's the same as taking them off. You've got the 2 carrier bolts at the back. Obviously the brake line, which is an 11mm. Just undo, and it will simply pull off of the disc. But as you can see, if you take a look around the vehicle, the difference it makes with a fresh set of brakes on it, you know, it's actually going to stop now. The brakes ain't going to get seized on. It's a complete and utter day and night difference, and with a track car, it's quite crucial to be able to stop. I'm especially proud of the fronts, because you just look from a distance and they just pop. It's just fresh. So yeah, job done. On to the next one. So it's been another week, guys, and the progress has been rather outstanding. If you just have a little turn around, you'll see the car back on its wheels, looking pretty. Levels have been set. Thank you again to CNC Coatings for their absolutely outstanding work. You know, I can't thank you enough for it. Absolutely amazing. What has been done up to yet on the 944? Let's have a little breakdown. So, rebuilt the brakes, still waiting for bleed nipples because they're an odd size. The wheels have been done. The cam belt, the balance belt, the water leaks, the oil leaks, the interior's been stripped, the steering wheel has been fitted. It's going to look good on its wheels. Brand spanking new tyres as well. All the belts have been changed. All the fluids have been changed. So, what's left to do? The electrics need sorting. The roll cage needs installing. The seats need installing. The graphics need installing. And the bodywork will need sorting. So, still quite a mammoth task ahead, but within a couple of weeks, we have come quite far, used quite a lot of connections, and I am quite tired. So, it's all going well, but let's get cracking. Today, I'm going to mock up this roll cage because it will need editing. Let's get started, people. Let's get started. It's like Christmas. It's been wrapped rather well. There's some mounting points, some hardware, and some serious cable ties. You know, if all else fails, I'll be able to install the cage with them cable ties. They're that strong. That's a joke. This is going to be the fun bit, isn't it? Don't worry, the cage hasn't been painted yet, so it doesn't matter that I'm using a blade. Well, if they make the cage half as good as they've wrapped it, then, you know, we're into a winner, aren't we, really? Right. Oh, hardware. I need all of that. Alright. They've packaged it really well. Quite impressed. Seems to be in tune. Nice. So that's that unboxed. Now we're going to mock it up. So, now what I want to do, put it all together on the floor, again, because I am going to have to edit the length of these, obviously to fit the car properly. So I'm going to put it all together, have a look at it, and then measure from the roof of the car to the floor, or where I want this to be on the floor of the car, and then we can chop it, get it in. To keep all this hardware together, he says as he drops it on the floor. So get that together, get all of these off, get this bar right off, and then I can measure, cut. So we just fucking go for it.
Look at that.
Definitely that bar. Now, let's measure again. I need to figure out exactly where it's going, because obviously it's going to be going slightly on the piss. You need to go really from the angle, you know, that's going to be the top, but that's going to be the angle, isn't it? And it needs to go, what, like that? And you're going to bolt it to like here. So really, you want to be cutting it at, if we cut it at 800, then we can sort of mock it up in here. So we got the cage cut and exactly where we want it. Now it's a simple case. I'm just going to bolt it together quickly, and we're going to unbolt it, put it in the car, bolt it together, and that's pretty much going to be the end of this episode. The next episode will be us driving to my friend Sean Meaton's, where he will weld the cage in place. Obviously, you'll see before we do that, I'll have to put the seats in, loads of other bits and bobs, you know, but it's been a journey, and the car's under its own steam now. It's stopping well when they're bled. Cage in, seats will be going in. It's going to be sick. So like, comment, subscribe, stay tuned, because this build is epic and it's going to bankrupt me. So thank you all.